I'm good. I'm good. And then were we still
Uh,
muted?
no, not anymore.
Oh God.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Jesus
Hello,
Christ.
guys.
So sorry. Technical issue. It's kind of my fault.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, well, we got there in the end. How are we both, gentlemen?
Yeah, man, I'm all good. I'm all good.
I'm
I've
alright.
had a very good day, just chilling out. Well, I say chilling out. I've been doing some rock climbing in South Wales, so I was in my happy place today.
Standard. And Dan?
Yeah, I'm good. Can't say I've done much. Should have repaired that book cabinet, but oh well. Bit too
The one
lazy.
behind you.
The one behind me. Should have put some
Yeah.
brackets in it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Right, yeah, so sorry, guys, that we're a bit late to coming on. Well, 45 minutes. It took us 45 minutes to work out some technical issues, which is really embarrassing because, like Dan was saying, I mean, hang on a minute. Actually, fuck the pair of you. I've got an engineer that's Seb, who should be technology savvy, and then I got Dan on the end over there. That should also be technology savvy because he deals with like big machines and stuff like that. And there's just little me who pretty much just drives forward all the time.
Yeah, well, I don't know what settings that you've got
Yeah.
enabled.
In my defense, if there's a problem, I call the engineers and go, engineers, engineers.
Yeah, it's broken. Have you tried
It's
turning it on and
broken.
off? It's not my job.
Mate, do you know what? 9 times out of 10, that's what they actually say.
Man.
But hey, fucking hell, what a deal. Right, okay, so let's get on it. Let's go. News. Right, okay. Anyway, right, we always start with news. Let's go with news, Dan. Dan, you got anything special about news?
I ain't got anything special at the moment. I suppose, I mean, if you want to chat about that little Archie Battersbury.
Yeah, I think I quickly seen the interview with the family. Something
Yeah.
like they're turning off the machines or something.
That's it, yeah. So he's passed away this morning, wasn't it, I think? Which is kind of sad, isn't it, really? But I can't blame the mum. I'd do exactly the same what she was doing.
What was wrong with him?
So I think what she said, he was on he was on TikTok, and I think the challenge, apparently there's a challenge where you're going to put your something over your neck or something, and obviously he messed up, damaged his brainstem. So he's effectively, so I think that was about April time. So he's effectively been dead since about April, and they've been keeping all his organs alive with obviously machines and whatnot. But she was saying he was responsive in hospital, and obviously the doctors are saying, well, no, he's not, because he is brain dead.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Not easy for any parent, really, is it? I suppose.
Well, no, you can't blame the parents. I'd do exactly the same. The only thing I didn't like is it felt like the media were kind of not victimizing, but making the mum and dad look a bit like horrible people because they wanted their son to live as long as possible.
But yeah, but that's surely they got to understand that to a degree, isn't it? Last thing you want to do is, yeah, yeah. I didn't know what the story of the background was, but I did see it on the news, and like they were saying that he pretty much suffocated.
Yeah,
because it was just his lungs that obviously failed last, and he suffocated. And they just said they sat there for an hour and watched him suffocate. Because obviously there's no such thing as euthanizing in this country, is there?
Well, no, they can't do that legally. You're not allowed to, are you? Because I know they obviously wanted to move into a hospice, but obviously the judge denied him that, but he wouldn't have made it anyway because the amount of equipment he was on, he just physically he would have died on the way to the hospice. He wouldn't have made it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to talk about China.
Ooh, China.
China
Fair.
kicking off.
Oh yeah, it is kicking off there, isn't it?
I was listening to the news, and they said they were firing missiles over the island of China of Taiwan.
Oh shit! I didn't realise they were actually firing them over.
Yeah,
I knew they were like doing like fire exercises.
Imagine just being sat at your house and all of a sudden it's just like Right there. And you bowl of rice and just goes up in the air. Like, fucking, what the fuck was that? Sorry, that's a bit racist. Yeah, Jesus. But yeah, no, it's like. What did I see? I seen some Israel are firing missiles on Gaza as well.
Oh yeah, I've just seen that, haven't
Last
they?
2 days. It fucking feels like there's going to be a war soon. Because like with China getting pissed off with Taiwan and America,
Yeah, man.
Russia getting pissed off with pretty much the whole of EU.
Yeah.
The Israelis getting pissed off with Palestinians. Just like, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's going to be like 3 different parts of World War III all happening at the same time.
But that's what that's what World War One was about, though, wasn't it? It was all loads of different factions involved.
Well, what World War One was sort of about is because obviously some Kaiser got killed, wasn't it? No, was it assassinated? And it just so happened that the Germans were allied, say, to him, and the British were allied to like the assassin's nationality, and it kind of just happened. Well, not happened. It's a bit more complicated than that. But
it was during the economic downfall, wasn't it, or something? And they just thought, a war will sort it out. So let's just send some people and fighting. Yeah. But Seb, you got anything from the news that you've seen? I know you've probably been busy climbing rocks and stuff. So.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't actually looked at the news this week, so I haven't really got much, to be honest.
Heatwave next week? Heatwave next week? It's supposed to be like up in the 30s again.
Oh, no,
Can't wait.
Bollocks,
man.
Sweaty bollocks.
That's not good, man.
It's not. Fucking 30s again. I mean, it's good because I lose weight, but it's bad because I just sweat a lot.
Just losing all the weight by sweating.
It's getting on the train in the evening. It's just so hot and sweaty, and it's just full of. Yeah, I got a train story for later. We do love the train stories.
Love a good train stories. One thing I will before we go: have you seen what's happened with Alex Jones, that crazy nutter? I don't know, blogger, podcaster. I'm not sure what you want to call him. So he's been sued for $49 million.
For what?
For just being a dick. No, sorry.
Oh, we don't like you, but
we don't like you. No. So apparently, damages. Jury in Texas ruled the radio host must pay $45.2 million in punitive damages, in addition to $4.1 million in compensation. So what's it? Oh, so defamation. Holy shit, though, that's a lot.
It's a lot of money for just one person, isn't it?
That is, mind you were saying like school shootings weren't real and it was all fake and they videoed it themselves, didn't it? So he is a fucking nutter. Have you heard some of his stuff? Some of his podcasts.
What's his name? Alex
Jones.
Oh, him. Okay.
Yeah, him.
I know he is now. Yeah, must pay $49.3 million.
People getting famous and just being absolute dicks. I'm guessing you guys have heard about Andrew Tate.
No.
Nope.
I think it's Andrew Tate. He's been popping up on TikTok like literally every 1 in 10 videos is something to do with him.
The boxer.
Let me just double check it is Andrew. Yeah, Andrew Tate. He's an American British kickboxer, but he's now like a social media multi-millionaire, and he's a fucking twat. Honestly, he pisses me off. He's got no respect for no one, and everything's got to be his way. Otherwise, he throws his toys at the pram, and he has a proper hissy fit. And like, obviously, he's never really going to be able. He's never going to see this podcast.
No.
But if he did, and he heard what I'm saying about him, he would rant and rave and be like, "Oh, I'll beat you up. I'm world champion kickboxer. £1 million down now on a fight. I'll win." And all this kind of crap. I'm like, I'm not going to fight you. I know I'm going to.
Yeah.
When you fight someone who can actually, yeah.
It's just ridiculous. But the other day he was in an interview and he's drinking sparkling water because if you don't drink sparkling water, then you're basically living in a cave. But there was a bit of tomato ketchup on the side of the can, and he was like, he said to the interviewer, he was like, "Hold up, I need to phone my staff manager Because who the fuck puts tomato ketchup on the side of a... Oh, and he says, water bottle. I'm like, dude, like, he's constantly saying that he is a perfectionist. I'm like, you can't even pronounce a T in a couple of words. How are you a perfectionist if you can't speak properly? Oh, man, if you get a chance, just Google him.
Sounds like he's a bit roided up or something.
Oh, he's got a stick right up his ass, and he thinks he's God's gift to the world. That's my bitch and moan. I haven't got anything to do with the news, but he is literally winding me the hell up. And he's everywhere all of a sudden. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard of him, to be honest.
No, I haven't seen anything.
I know. I'm not on TikTok, I must admit. Mind you, let's not forget, we couldn't even fucking work out the sound on a Teams meeting, so...
yeah. So bad.
TikTok into that mix, oh god, it's a bit too much for us.
I know Craig's on TikTok. You know what, Craig? I'll send you one of his videos when I next come across it.
Okay.
Oh my god, he pisses me off. As soon as I see his face, I'm just like, nope, scroll away.
Scroll
away. That's it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's my little moan.
That's your rant. That's your news rant. Cool. Right then. So next subject, movie news, or movies or series or whatever, like one spin-offs or whatever you want to.
Entertainment, yeah.
I want to talk about something, if you don't mind me going first.
Go on then.
So, obviously, with everything that's going on with Warner Brothers at the moment, like axing a load of things, there's potential that they're going to be axing the Last of Us series that HBO is doing.
Oh, damn.
Really?
Yeah. I'll read it to you. I seen it and I was like, no. Following a week of chaotic news, there is some concern that HBO's adaptation of the Naughty Dog PlayStation's beloved game, The Last of Us, may get cancelled. This has been a rather wild week for Warner Bros. Discovery. The company that owns HBO, DC Comics, and a number of other properties. Things are starting to get weird when Warner Bros. Cancels Batgirl, a $90 million DC film that had already finished shooting.
Yeah.
And was expected on HBO Max. I'm trying to think what it says about Last of Us. I mean, anything's possible, isn't it, really, I guess? Do you reckon Sony would sue them, though?
They must have some exit clause, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be some kind of policy somewhere.
Because I think most films are insured, aren't they? So obviously if they don't end up finishing for whatever reason, they'll probably claim on some insurance. And like I said, they get a tax... Because obviously they're not releasing it, they can write off the tax, can't they?
Well, I'll be gutted if that gets cancelled. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I thought I saw shots of it the other day. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, it's got good actors in it as well. It's the guy from The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember what his name is.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's foreign or whatever he is. But he played. If you watch Game of Thrones, he played the. Oh Jesus! What was his name? He's the guy that fights the mountain, and then the mountain just pops his eyes out.
Oh, is it?
But yeah. I know, I was looking for that. I hope they don't axe it because I am looking forward to it. But that's my movie news anyway.
Movie news. Mine's pretty much the same. I was going to obviously chat about they're cancelling a load of stuff, aren't they? So much stuff they're cancelling.
Yeah. I don't know why though. I don't know if they're trying to sell off. Is it just part of like the whole money issue thing going on at the moment?
Well, I think haven't they got a new what do they call him? Executive director or something, and he's just literally going around just fucking cancelling everything that he thinks isn't going to make money.
Maybe.
Kind of the world we live in at the moment, though, isn't it? The higher up people are like, if it's not going to bring me back money, then I'm getting rid of it.
Then getting rid of it, yeah, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't think there's anything else I've seen.
I know apparently Quentin Tarantino likes the new Top Gun Maverick film, which I must admit I've not seen. Have you guys seen it?
No.
I haven't seen it.
No, we must be like the only 3 people in the world who haven't.
I'm not really that
All
interested.
the teams called together.
I'm not really that massively interested in it, to be honest with you.
Well, I like
didn't
the
like
old
first
one, I must admit.
Apparently, like, people I've spoken to about it, they said it's all right, but it's not. It's nothing on the old one. It's nothing on the original.
Right, I've heard some really good stuff about it.
Yeah, I've heard good things, yeah.
I just never really got around to watching it.
Yeah, fair enough.
One thing I want to rant about. Now, I'm assuming you guys got Netflix.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Have you seen the new Farzar series?
No.
It is dog shite. Fucking dog shite. So, after obviously watching the Terminal List, I wanted to watch something new, something a bit more casual. So I was like, oh. So it was done by the guys who did Brickleberry Park and Paradise PD.
Oh, I love Paradise PD. It's
Yeah,
such
I
a
didn't.
favourite,
I didn't mind
that
Paradise
series.
PD. It's alright. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a chance. Farzar is absolutely terrible. That's 30 minutes I want back. I want them goddamn 30 minutes back because it's shite. It's actually shite.
Me and Rosa finished the last of not last of the bollocks.
Terminal List.
No, I watched episode 3 today. No, we finished Stranger Things yesterday.
Oh, what do you think?
It was all right.
What?
I
I thought it was wicked.
I'm interested to see how they're gonna get back from what's happened, but
2 years until the next one. 2 goddamn years.
Oh, God.
yeah.
Have you seen it, Dan?
I see up to season about halfway through season 2.
Yes, we can't say too much.
Man, get with the program.
Yeah, Dan.
It's
It's
alright,
been going for about 4 years now. What are you doing?
Not watching it.
Did I speak to you guys last time about a movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yes.
Yeah. I still need to see that.
Honestly, I don't know if it's still in cinema or not, but if it is, book a ticket for tomorrow because it is so funny.
Yeah, because
Rosa's asked if I was stressed watching the last episode.
yeah, I've seen it. Did it stress you out?
Well, the last episode was like 2.5 hours long.
It was a long
Jesus
episode.
Christ, that's a movie.
Yeah.
Movies,
Obviously, can't say too much, but I don't really get stressed watching movies because I'm watching a movie. But there was a few small sheds of tears. But yeah, it was so good. I'll happily rewatch all of those seasons again. That was wicked.
It was a good. I reckon that was one of the best seasons.
Yeah. I don't
reckon,
know why they decided to make all the episodes over an hour now, but that last episode, I saw it on Netflix 2.5 hours. I'm like, I'm not watching that tonight because that's way too late. And went to Sainsbury's, got some snacks in, got some proper had kind of cinema experience, and that was that was wicked.
No, it was good. It was a good episode. But Danny, yeah, you need to hurry up. You need to catch up. Obviously, you got a couple more things going on. Well, no, you finished Terminal List, didn't you?
Yeah, Terminal List. So I do need to watch something proper. So maybe I will get involved in the old Stranger Things.
Get Jodie involved in it. Or she's not really
Yeah,
interested.
She's watching Swamp Thing at the moment.
Swamp Thing. Oh, that's the DC thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's alright. From the parts I've seen, it seemed pretty cool.
Swamp Thing. I never really liked Swamp Thing as a character, to be honest. I thought it was a bit weird. Yeah.
One thing I will mention. Have you seen? Obviously, they've announced when the new Joker 2 films are coming out, haven't they?
I think I've seen a sneak trailer somewhere.
Yeah, so it's because they obviously Lady Gaga's going to play Harley Quinn, isn't she?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know.
No, why?
Oh, okay.
They
How
released
old is Lady Gaga now? She can't be playing Harley Quinn.
Maybe late 40s?
Yeah,
Really?
No, I think
was
that she might be the same age as me.
60s. Hold on.
I'm
Google is
doing
above-
it. I'm doing it.
I reckon
36.
she's 35.
36. Hello.
Hello?
36.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
36.
I thought that was your guess.
That's
Chris.
what I
No,
thought
no,
was your
no.
guess as well.
I was like,
Trevor.
oh, I reckon she's 36.
36.
Honestly, I thought she was older than that. That is my mistake. But
See, I
she's
really
had so
like,
much work done. She just makes herself look older than what she actually is.
I really like the Aussie girls, Harley Quinn. I reckon she played her really well.
Yeah.
What's her name? Come on, Razor. What's her name? What's the name of the Aussie girl?
You know about the one that played her in Suicide Squad?
Yeah,
Margot
Robbie.
No,
that's it.
Margaret Roberts or something.
Margot Robbie.
Margot, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, she's pink.
The
She's a
Jacqueline
pig.
Phoenix one is the second one. So no, the first movie. Sorry, Jacqueline the Phoenix, whatever it is. That's the first movie, right?
Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah, with Jacqueline Phoenix.
And they're doing a second one with her. Wait, no, they're doing a second one, but with Lady Gaga instead.
Yeah. No. So it's going to be Jacqueline Phoenix and Lady Gaga. So Lady Gaga's going to play Harley Quinn, they reckon.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh right, okay.
Jacqueline.
The craziest man in the world. Absolute
But-
fucking batshit crazy. He's a great actor, but he's
He is a great actor.
freaking chaotic.
He is.
He's a
Apparently
method
it's going
actor.
to be a musical I've just seen.
Is that?
Yeah, that's what I said. I reckon it's going to be a musical.
That'd be entertaining to watch.
I wonder if that's because obviously she's clinically insane, isn't she? So I wonder if that's because she is. Because doesn't like one of her fantasies is everything's a musical? I can't remember.
Probably.
I'm trying to remember that from the DC.
Possibly. I think you might be right.
I'm sure she says it somewhere. Everything's.
In there loads of conspiracy theories where they reckon that the first film is in Jacqueline Phoenix's head, isn't there? So do you know he's like chatting to the psychologist at the beginning? They went, is that it's pronounced Joaquin, is it?
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, Joaquin.
I'm just gonna call him Phoenix. Phoenix. No, they reckon that like the whole film was just in his head
All right.
because he was in a mental institution, wasn't he? If I remember right.
Was he?
No, it was dead good though. I did like it.
Dead good.
But do you reckon it was a Joker film?
It's a different spin on it, I think.
Like, if you took the word Joker out, I think it would just have been a film about some guy
I
with
don't know.
mental
There's
health.
a couple of scenes where he kind of does because he's wearing like that shiny red suit at one scene, and he's going down the steps.
Yeah.
It looks like the Joker then. But it's like the new Batman. It's kind of they're trying to do like a different perspective on it now. They're trying to. Someone was saying it's like we've had the sort of slapstick comedy versions, which were the old school ones.
Yeah.
And then we've had the kind of like serious fighting one, which is Christian Bale's character.
Yeah.
And now this is the dark, mysterious version, if you know what I mean. Kind of going through stages. And it's because this is meant to be more about like psychological things and stuff like that. Whereas obviously the first three, classics, the best. But bastard.
Yeah, fucked you up then, fair play. And then, what do you think about DC films trying to do a 10-year plan similar to what Disney's doing with Marvel?
It was going to happen. One of them's going to do something, and the other's going to copy because they're pretty similar in the way they run. Sort of thing.
They copied each other in the past in the comic books, haven't they?
Oh yeah.
It's quite sort of common. So I suppose, films. Well, be honest, comic books aren't making any money, are they? It's all in the movies and merchandise now.
Yeah, but they still got so much content to pull from. They'll be going for ages.
Oh yeah. As long as they don't do any shit film. Well, as long as they stop doing shit films, I should say.
I don't know. I don't think apart from Aquaman, I thought Aquaman's absolute pile of wank. But I don't think any of it. I quite like the whole DC sort of universe. I like the characters in it.
I liked the idea of it, if you know what I mean. But I don't know. I think problem is obviously, mind you saying that, I think the first 4 films are absolute dog shit, and the first Captain America's shite as well.
The only problem with first films is that a lot of it's introducing a character and the relationships between characters.
Yeah.
It's character building, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love the first Thor just because there's the scene, and as a man and as a straight man, it does make me a little tingle a little bit. It's when it's when the hammer's in the stone, and he's been fighting to try and get to it, and then he gets to it, and like I can't remember if he's not wearing, I think he's wearing a shirt, but it's like stuck to his skin, and he's like pulling the hammer, and his muscles just bulging and stuff, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'd be gay right now.
Man. I mean, I don't blame you. There's some very good.
I'm not ashamed to say someone
within the Marvel franchise.
He is, he's definitely a handsome chap, isn't he?
Have you seen him recently? He is fucking hench. I mean, he's crazy built now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's getting bigger and bigger, to be fair.
But he's got his own
steroids.
He's doing his own like protein stuff and his regime, and he does his own fitness thing.
Steroids.
He's not. Well, he might be. They don't do steroids anymore, do they? They do fucking supplements, don't they?
No, they don't do steroids.
No, they just call it something else and stick it up the bum. Chris Hemsworth, Rose, we're on about.
Chris Hemsworth. But there was what was the film? Oh, bloody No Pain, No Gain with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah.
And then like Mark Wahlberg put on something ridiculous like 30 pounds of muscle in like 2 or 3 months. Yeah. Mate, you can't do that. That's physically impossible. I don't care how much chicken, peas, and broccoli you eat. It's fucking impossible.
But the funny thing is if like you watch that film and then watch the film he did afterwards, his muscles have kind of gone all like flobby and squishy because obviously he's put it on so quick, but he hasn't built any density to him.
Yeah.
So they just kind of go like floppy and squishy, and he tried to keep up, but
Mate, that's what creatine does. Creatine does that to your muscles.
Makes it go floppy.
Makes them go floppy, and because obviously it makes your cells retain water, so it makes them bigger, but they look just all swollen and a bit shite.
Oh, what's the point? Is
that what's happened to my penis?
Well, yeah.
Just injected creatine straight into there.
Standing there sometimes just slapping it, going, "Come on, do something!"
Giggity.
Jesus. We're off.
And that's it. We're cancelled.
Yeah, that's it. Demonetized.
Channel out.
Oh, we can't be demonetized because we're not getting advertisements yet. So fuck you.
It's a good way of putting it, Chud.
So we talk about movies. So the next subject, it kind of leads on to the main subject of the night because this is Dan's subject that he wants to talk about. So before we start the main subject, do you guys want to talk about games or anything to do with games?
I'm still waiting for Hogwarts Legacy to come out.
End of the year?
That's the one I'm looking forward to.
End of this year, isn't it?
It should be, yeah. It should be December time.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the problem at the moment is like, it's just a lull at the moment, isn't it? Where they're all, like I said, they're all on bloody holiday.
Yeah, it's been pushed back twice so far. So I will not be surprised to see it being pushed back again till 2023. But we'll find out closer to December, really.
Definitely. Have they released any more trailers, or just sort of like a teaser trailer for it at the moment?
They've released a bit more. It depends what your latest one you've seen, but they released. When did they release it? Like maybe 2 months ago, maybe somewhere around there. They released a little bit more.
Didn't they release a 15-minute gameplay as well?
Yeah, and they released like a bit more of what you can do in game. So I think there was like skill trees, and there's classes you can go to, and the more you go to the classes, the more you learn to then use out in the real world. And obviously with it being Hogwarts, there's loads of secret passageways and like secrets to uncover, so I think there's going to be a lot of open gameplay rather than just following whatever the story takes you. I think it's a lot based around of what you can do. I have a funny feeling you can also train and keep like companions as like pets, which will be quite cool.
I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of games do that now, don't they, with big open worlds like that.
Yeah, and with all the different types of magical creatures there is, and there being a class of magical beasts or whatever the class was called.
I've heard them say that it's supposed to be like a sort of Skyrim sort of world where you can. The center point is Hogwarts, and then you can go anywhere around that Hogwarts, so the like
I think
mountains and
Hogsmeade
stuff.
is in the game, which would be cool.
Yeah.
And there's a few other areas outside Hogwarts as well, from judging from the gameplay trailer. But yeah, that's the one I'm looking forward to. That's the big one so far that I've seen. That I'm like, yep, I want to play that game. Definitely.
No, fair enough. It does look good, to be fair.
Oh, it looks wicked.
It does look good. I mean, I'm not like a massive Harry Potter fan, but yeah, it does. As long as I'm a firm believer that I'd say developers should take as long as they need, as long as the game comes out perfect at the end. So I'd rather they delayed it and made it, because I mean, from experience, obviously you guys have probably experienced it as well. When they force a game out early and it needs development still, that's just shit then, and it just destroys it.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That came out a year before it should have come out.
100%.
Actually, no, it's 2 years, I think. Because they've only just finished. Well, supposedly they still haven't really finished sorting it out now, have they? And they're already on about the next. They're on about Witcher now, aren't they?
Man, that's
They're
ridiculous.
just abandoned it. They've just abandoned it, haven't they?
They shouldn't be allowed to do that. Well, I suppose people got their refunds, but.
Well, yeah, people did get refunds, but yeah,
Rose
it was.
says she's excited for Hogwarts as well. By the looks of it, she says, "I need it."
Yeah, I wonder if you can do co-op. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think I remember seeing that mentioned in one of the trailers.
Oh, sound.
He said something like you and your friends can go around and explore and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's see how it pans out.
Rose is excited.
Yeah.
Rose is into it.
I'd be interested to watch Rosa try and play it. She can't use both joysticks at the same time. It's just when we used to play Call of Duty, didn't we? She would like run and then turn.
Yeah.
So she's always the first one that gets killed. It's just like there goes Rosa, just like running into a wall.
God.
But, I have some game news which got my testes tingling. So there is rumours that Square Enix are going to do another series of Tomb Raiders.
Oh, cool.
Well, I don't think it's a rumour. I think they've confirmed that they've started development of the new Tomb Raiders. So I don't know if you've played the previous three, the one that's just like the most recent ones.
No.
I think you have, Seb, and you've played the three.
I've played. I don't think I've played 3.
Shadow?
I've played 2 of them.
Yeah. So they said that's Lara Croft as a young woman, and now they're going to go to her as she's going to be mature, and there's going to be something to do with like a love affair, and it's going to be more based on like treasure hunting and stuff. Because they were saying, because obviously there's a lot with Lara Croft's like universe. There's a lot of element of like fantasy sort of thing where. You know, like I'm trying to think. So, like in the first one, you go to an island, and there's like these zombie Japanese samurai warriors that you fight, which obviously is fantasy, and you fight this geisha, whatever her name is. I can't remember what her name was now. I should know because I've played those games loads of times. But so they always say all of this sort of fantasy, and they said that they'll probably still keep that to a degree. But then people were saying that they want the originals remade with the dinosaurs and then the giant monkeys and stuff and spiders.
Didn't they do a Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition about 10 years ago?
I think
they did an anniversary one free to download on PlayStation like a year back.
Okay.
And that's when I started playing them.
Let me just have a look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they done one. I swear they did it.
2007.
2007 was it? Now was that a remake of the very first game?
That was a celebration, so they had bits of all the games in it, all the games that they did.
Okay.
Which one was the game I was playing, Craig, when I was living with you?
Probably Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's the latest one, which is it is the latest one. Because I can't remember what the first one's called. I might actually play them again, to be honest, because they're pretty fucking mint games. I got so many games I want to play again.
Yeah, mate.
I need to stop. I need to finish the stuff I'm playing now. Yeah. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think it's the latest one. Whereas you go to the Incas, I think it is.
Okay.
It's all to do with the sun god and stuff like that. Yeah. It's actually a really good game. I love it. But yeah. Anyway, that's my news about games. I don't think I've got anything else.
I want to talk about Scorn. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it went really, really quiet for a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
But
mate, I think that looks fucking badass.
that's an Xbox exclusive, though, isn't it?
Well, I think it is now, isn't it? Or it's going to be like a timed exclusive where it'll be on Xbox and PC for like a year.
Yeah, because it was like there was a lot of talk around it, and then it kind of went quiet. But it's been quiet for probably like almost 2-3 years now.
2-3 years. Well, I think they've released. Did they release a bit more gameplay recently? And I kind of like it because like the guns are all like organic and I don't know. It just looks dead scary.
It does. I don't know if you haven't seen anything for it, Seb. It's kind of.
Nah.
I think it's supposed to be based on like hell or that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's really hard to explain. It's like an alien creature that's come to the planet and taken over, but this alien creature is kind of like a hellish alien creature.
Right.
I think. Anyway, I think that's what I've got from like someone trying to explain it. But it's first person shooter sort of. Did you ever play Alien Isolation, Seb?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say it's kind of like that, but aliens.
It's very but from the gameplay, it looks very slow, and like it looks like you won't have much ammo for your guns. So I think it's going to be a hard game, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look easy, but it looks it just looks proper like gross as well, if you know what I mean.
Are you gonna play the Dead Space remake when it comes out?
Oh yeah, now that's another. There's like a wannabe Dead Space film game coming out soon.
It's
the something protocol. What's it called?
So that's the guys that made Dead Space, the originals.
Oh,
but they don't own the rights to the name of Dead Space, so they want to do like a sort of
spiritual successor.
Yeah, it's going to have nothing to do with Dead Space, but it's going to be like sort of carry. Yeah, I mean, did you ever play Dead Space, Seb?
No.
Oh, mate.
Yeah,
epic. Scary as shit.
Very
Fucking
uncultural in the gaming world. Apparently, I thought I was alright, but clearly I'm only okay with stuff that I want to play.
It's
No. What's it called? Something protocol, isn't it? I'm trying to think what it's called.
The
Ghost.
No, it begins with C, doesn't it? And I can't. Oh god!
Bastard! Just pinch my finger on the fucking pliers. Bastard.
I'm glad you've done that.
How are you?
Sorry.
Are you playing any games at the moment, Seb?
No, not really.
No.
Nothing like exciting, to be honest. Like play random bits of like online games with my sister for a bit.
Yeah.
But nothing like single player with like a decent storyline. It's just like either Dead by Daylight or Rocket League. So it's like mainly just to socialize and have a chat, rather than actually playing it for the game itself.
Yeah. I did see something about Dead by Daylight. They're supposed to be, obviously they had the Resident Evil
That's it,
Nemesis thing into it. Now the next one is Wesker. It's going to be a killer in it now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work. And then obviously Vector from Stranger Things is supposed to be going in.
That's it. That's the game I was on about. Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, there we go.
Mate, I think it looks badass.
But I haven't played Dead by Daylight anymore. Don't do it anymore. I don't know what to play with, man.
You just love playing with yourself.
Yeah, I do, pretty much.
I mean, who blames you? It's designed to feel good.
No one else is going to do it for me, right?
Oh no! Oh god, no! Rosa's in the
I'm
chat.
not-
Poor Rosa.
I'm not paying for it.
Depends how much money.
No, I'm not paying for it. Because you got to go out there, you got to go find a red light district, you got to pick someone up, bring it back.
Well, you don't. At least you don't have to clean the mess up.
It's true. Just fucking kick her out on the street. In the middle of Seven Beach. Just like, yeah, good luck getting in from Seven Beach, love. It's a long fucking walk. See you later.
Chin up, pal.
I mean, Rose is on here. Shut up. I don't do prostitutes. What are you on about?
He doesn't like things up his bum, he promises. Rude. Brilliant. Anyone got any more gaming news? Anything else you want to chat about?
I'm trying to think what I've seen. Not really.
Not even many trailers released, has there? Nothing.
I mean, I did like go deep into the whole sort of what's the name of that? Is it Edios? Edios.
Oh yeah.
You know, the old developer Edios.
Yeah.
I started getting deep into the whole like backstory of why they went under and stuff like that, and they got bought out by someone, and why we'll never see certain games come back, because they were saying like Half-Life is never going to come back and stuff like that because the developers have been absorbed into other places, and the fact that Call of Duty's buying every developer they can, the people that own Activision. There's certain like old games that people want to be redone, just will never happen because obviously those people have gone.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame because those kind of developers create nice, like, kind of new indie games that are quite cool. But obviously, if a big company is buying them out and be like, "Yeah, this is what we want you to work on," they haven't really got that control of or freedom to be creative with a game. It's just right. Call of Duty, you know how it is, like first-person shooter. This, that. That's all we want. And
Here's
it looks like it's the same game, regardless what disc you have. But hey ho, they somehow still managed to bring out more games.
And it's still the biggest money-making franchise in gaming.
I do quite like the small indie games though. Like every now and then, a really good one pops up.
Yeah, there's still good developers out there. There is a game I've been playing which is online. I don't know. You probably haven't heard of it. It's called The Isle.
I've not heard of it.
It's a Steam game, and it's you play as it's an open world survival, but you play as dinosaurs.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have to obviously like hunt, eat, like sleep,
Fap.
and all this. Yeah, and fap. You don't have to fap. You have to drink water and stuff. But the thing is, it's what's it called? What's it called when everyone's against each other? PvP.
Is that Battle Royale?
I mean, everybody can fight each other. But I mean, people can be herbivores. But if you're a herbivore, you know you're just going to get attacked by a carnivore. But other carnivores can kill other carnivores and stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to kind of grow. You got to start as a baby dinosaur and grow up. And
so, are you actually against real life players, or is it computer?
So, this is the thing. So the reason I bring this subject up is because I remember watching people play this game on YouTube probably about 5 years ago, and there was a lot of development in it, and there was a lot of like, we're bringing this out, we're bringing Sarcos into it, there's going to be human hunters in it and stuff like this. And then so I was like, oh, now I got a PC, I can buy the game, because I obviously really liked watching people play it. So I did, and I was like, oh, nothing's changed in 5 years from what I've been seeing on YouTube. And it wasn't until like the other day that I actually looked into it, and I found out that all the developers have basically left the game and just walked out on it and stuff, taking everyone's money that paid for the game, because it's like a £12 game, I think it is. Developed a little bit in it, made all these promises, and then they've all left, and just left like a handful of people to do the development and stuff, which they're just trying to pick up on the scraps and stuff like that. But it's because it was boasting some like massive things, and then it just completely flopped because these basically the main developer, the one that created it in the first place, he left. He took the money, kind of made his millions, and then left.
Yeah.
And then the bigger developers around him kind of decided to go as well, and go and join, like bigger development teams. Yeah, but I mean, that's something I wanted to talk about. But the fact that, I mean, it's been, I don't know if you ever hear about it, but it's happened quite a few times now where games have been launched in alpha state, not alpha stage, in
they what they call them early access.
Early access. Take everyone's money, make all these promises, get people to donate, and then fuck off.
Fuck off, yeah.
Because it's just turned into another means for people to con people, and that's the thing that's like I think it's damaging a lot of development in the moment, and it makes it really hard for indie developers because you're not going to trust them, are you?
Yeah, surely there's got to be some sort of policy out being like, yeah, this is what we're promising. If you give us your money in 5 years' time, we'll have something half decent out.
Well, yeah. I don't know if there is now, but there wasn't, and because they just do a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
And say donate.
And that all charity donations as well. GoFundMe.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you just I don't know. I imagine there's some sort of loopholes that I would have thought.
Because if it is one of those pages where it's donations, then there's nothing they can do because it's like you're donating out on a whim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what the problem was. That's what people were doing. Because there was a Dragon game that was announced, and they launched it with. They basically buy all these assets from developers and stuff, and launched this Dragon game that you could play as a dragon. And then I think it was like 3 months later, they put up like a GoFundMe thing, raised like $4.5 million or whatever it was, and then just fucked off.
Just
closed it all down, closed the servers down, and just ran with the money.
Damn.
Bad.
So many scammers out there, man. It's unbelievable.
There's always someone trying to find some sort of way to scam you. I mean, we got scammed for this fucking Catio.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Raging. That's we'll talk about after. That's
I don't know, Chad. I've just seen. Apparently, we only got 10 minutes left. We only got 60-minute time limit on this. Apparently.
Are we?
Yeah, it's because it's a free version of Teams, so you can only go up to a meeting of 16 minutes long.
Oh. How many minutes left?
About 8.
8.5.
That's right. We'll just start another one.
Just start another one. Fair enough. You'll have to edit them together, Chad.
Yeah, I'm sure people won't mind on the live if they just see my face for a bit once we start up another one.
God.
Can do a part 2. But yeah, so anyway, okay, well, let's get back onto the game subject. So Dan, you wanted to talk about the benefit of buying, or is there still a benefit of buying hard copy games compared to digital games?
Oh yeah. Or wow, it shows. Now, obviously, no games. About 60 quid now, new, aren't they? Now, the whole point of going digital was that it gets rid of the middleman, and it should, in theory, make games cheaper. But obviously, that's not happening. So, like, why? Be honest, games should not be that expensive.
Mind you, there's a lot going behind it these days, and there's like, how many people does it take to make a game from start to finish?
Problem
There's
is
hundreds of them.
Yeah, but that's the developer's problem. That ain't my problem.
It is if you want to buy the game.
Yeah, but then I just don't buy it. You know,
wait until it comes down on price.
And like that's making me feel guilty. Oh, I got to feed my children if you don't buy this. You know, I'm not going to feed my children if I don't buy this 70 quid game. Fuck off, they can starve. You know, piss off. Don't make me feel guilty. But the thing is, though, I could understand it maybe a bit more if there wasn't microtransactions, there wasn't loot boxes, there wasn't cosmetics, there wasn't game passes, there wasn't season passes.
Yeah.
If they didn't nickel and dime you, so something like FIFA, which you obviously buy the game, is 60 quid, and then you pay all these things on top of it. It's games shouldn't cost that much, especially now if they're digital as well. They're not having to pay shops to obviously store everything.
Yeah, plus they don't have to buy the materials to put it onto a disc and
onto a disc.
do all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
and games companies made, well, look at Activision Blizzard and the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3. They all made money. It's not like they didn't make money.
Mm.
You know, it's just think a bit outrageous, bloody outrageous.
But then it's like we were saying the other week, isn't it? If you buy the digital copy, you don't technically own it. Whereas if you buy the hard copy, you do.
Yep, that's true. Yep. So remember, again, like I said, when you only buy something digital, you only own the license to say you're allowed to play it. You actually don't physically own it.
But then I wonder if there's, like in some games, sometimes you have to sign up to their like stupid website or something like that, don't you?
Yeah. I
wonder if that's like a way of them saying you can't play this game anymore because we've taken the rights away from you.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. And it's also to do with obviously cheating and stuff, isn't it? So I think sometimes you have to log into their website, and it's obviously privacy settings, because then they have a check on your bloody computer to see if you run any cheating software. Apparently, Rosa likes a disc because it feels nicer. Is that a euphemism?
So I just think I'm trying not to. I just taking the S out. Rosa likes dick. Feels nicer. Anyway,
Sorry, Seb. What were you saying?
I prefer digital just because I can load up a game without having to move. If I want to play a different game, all I got to do is close the game, load up the next game, and I ain't got to do anything. And it's just like convenience. If I'm having a gaming session, I don't want to I want to play this game now. Let me get up and change the disc. I can just flick in and out. And with the PS5 now, like flicking in and out of a game is like so quick.
Yeah.
Obviously not like instant, but I can be in and out of a game and into the next game within like less than a minute. Whereas someone who's got a disc gonna have to close down the application, get the disc out, put a new disc in, start the application back up, get comfy again. I could just do it all from the controller while sat on the bed.
Yeah.
True. But is that worth an extra £10?
Is it £10 extra per game?
Well, I'm just saying, in the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, games were about £50. Now they're £60, and most of them are digital.
True.
That's why I'm getting that £10 figure from.
But have you seen the graphics on the new PS5 games?
Pretty good. All right. Can't argue that.
Like, I'd rather. I don't mind paying an extra £10 if the graphics is so amazing that I'm like fully immersed into this game.
Oh yeah. But it's not about graphics though. I've seen some very good-looking games that play absolutely shite.
True. It obviously needs a good storyline. Obviously, there's so many different things it needs to make a really good game.
Definitely.
But, that's down to developers at the end of the day as well. But, yeah, personally, I prefer I prefer digital over disc just because it's easier. It means, like, I don't have to try and store all the discs places. I can have it just, saved into the PlayStation. And I just load it up whenever I want.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
If you think, Danny, if you remember back in, Seb probably remembers this as well. He's not as old as us, unfortunately. If you remember, I'm trying to think, like the games you used to buy. Go out and buy a disc version of a game, and inside it'd have like a map and then a book that tells you about
GTA used to do that quite a lot.
certain characters, manuals. And you'd have interchangeable covers for it, and. They're saying like now when you go and buy a game, there's nothing inside it. It's just a disc.
I can remember buying games and it had the instruction manual of what the controllers button did.
Yeah.
I think it was a Spyro game as well, and Spyro was the best goddamn game ever. Let's be real.
A lot of people love Spyro.
And it's like it was just so simplistic. It was like X is jump, a square is dash.
But there's like 3 pages worth.
And it's like. I just loved buying a disc, bringing it home, and before I even plug it in, I'd read that back
just be
to
sat in
front.
the car,
Oh,
wouldn't you?
oh my god!
Yes, sat in the car reading it.
Yeah, your dad's
Yes.
just taking you to the mall. You spent your birthday money, got a new game, and you sat there going, "Oh, it says I can do this and I can do that. I can't wait to play this when I get home." So, well, it's too late for you to play it now. You're gonna have to go to bed. No.
Oh no!
Dinner first.
Oh,
Oh,
mate.
but yeah, that's. Anyway, that's not really got much to do with the price, but I mean, you don't get that anymore. I'm trying to remember. There was like a game I bought, and it come. What was it? Shit. What was it? Because I stole it off my dad, and it came with a disc with all the music from the game, and it came with like a book inside, but the book inside told you like a story about the character you're playing, but like
Cool.
like either before or after, and it just adds to the sort of like lore of it and stuff. You can sit there listening to the music whilst reading this book, and then you can actually play the game and stuff. I can't remember what game it was.
Oh mate, I used to love it.
I think I still
used to love it.
Yeah, those are the days, hey. But
Those
now
are
you
the
just. I mean, saying that, when I bought The Last of Us 2, I suppose I did pay extra for like the special edition, but it came with the digital music for it, and it came with there was something else. They came with like wallpapers and stuff you can put on your PlayStation, and it came with other things as well. You can do like read stories and stuff. So they still do it, but just I suppose there's only certain games though. But yeah, I don't know. Oh no! Right, okay, guys. So what's happened is our Teams has temporarily lost connection. But give me 2 seconds. I will get that back on. Let me get it back on. You just have to look at my beautiful face for a minute. Let me just talk shit. Teams meeting is over. It's not over till the fat lady sings. Right, let me just ring Dan back and I'll ring Seb back. Dan is back.
The bloody thing kicked us off, didn't it?
Yeah, I was just explaining to everyone that happened, but we're all good. Let me just add our Seb back.
Teaser out.
Oh, Jesus, it's freaking out.
But we are back.
Hello?
Hello.
There we go. There we go.
Let me just full screen it for you guys in a minute. Let me go back to the stream. Make sure the stream still looks good.
Yeah, that looks acceptable.
There we are. Right. Apologies, guys. Like I just said, Teams is correct. Well, anyway, this is the best thing we got. Yeah, boy, we're back.
I don't know why I had to type that. I could have just said that.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Where were we?
You were just chatting about game manuals, going from home.
just getting all nostalgic. That's what I was doing. Because I remember. Go on. Sorry.
What I was going to say is, what game was it on Nintendo Switch? It could have been Resident Evil. Or was it Resident Evil Revelations?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it the remake of Resident Evil 4? I can't remember. But, mate, they actually printed out a box, but all they gave you is a code to download it. So you didn't even get the bloody cartridge.
Yeah.
That is
What a
outrageous.
waste of plastic. All those turtles.
Yeah.
Well, it is, isn't it? I think developers should just say we're not doing discs anymore. They're bad for the environment. We're just going to be digital now, and just face it.
Yeah, don't give the people the option, maybe. But
Yeah.
obviously, there's always going to be people that's not happy about that because some people like to collect their discs and have it nicely like on a shelf somewhere. And we're like, yo, this is all my games. Check it out.
But it's like in the day when you used to have like I remember my mum and dad's used to have a whole bookshelf full of VHSs and stuff.
Yes.
But they don't anymore because we don't watch VHS. Well, I'm not saying that my dad's still got a tape player underneath the TV. I don't think it works because there's still like family holidays and stuff on the tapes underneath. But I don't think it works anymore. It's the old archaic one where you got like the tape player on the left hand side and then a DVD player on the right hand side.
Okay.
And it makes so much noise. That was what I was going to say actually. Sorry. On the subject of obviously like digital and disc games, I mean the difference between a PS5 digital and disc is what, like £100, I think? Is it?
90 quid, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, for people that can't afford the more expensive version, they're going to get digital anyway, and they're kind of suckered into buying the expensive, because digital tends to be about £5 more than disc anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does generally, doesn't it? Yeah. Which doesn't make any sense to me.
And not only that, most of the time they're fucking noisy as well. Whenever you put disc into my PS4, it just goes. It sounds like someone's just started up a moped. It's like. Yeah, it's just I don't really play disc games on the PlayStation either. Anyway. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, innit? When I got Game Pass, mate, problem is that I hardly buy it. I can't even think when the last time I actually bought a game. I just wait and hope it comes on Game Pass.
So with Game Pass, then, is it purely streaming, or do
No.
you still
So
have
you
to download
it. So
Right, okay.
you download it onto your Xbox. You can stream games. So if you want to try it, it's like what game did I try? I can't remember what it was, but I thought, I'll just give it a try, and you can stream it for like an hour, and then if you're happy, you just download it onto your Xbox.
Sound.
It's clever. I think that's the next stage, isn't it? Really, I think we'll be streaming games rather than
Streaming. Mind you, Amazon didn't do too successful, did they?
What was it like for connection-wise? Like, was it buffering at all, or was it decent?
It was acceptable, like I said, because you only sort of use it as a demo, so it was alright. Problem is, I think it played it in. So with like things like resolution, it obviously does like a variable resolution. So at one point it could be like 1440, but then drop down to 40. Was it 480?
Man, see, that's the problem, because like even if you got a slow internet connection and it takes you like a whole day to download a game, you're downloading it to the highest quality, and then you can just play it at whatever speed you want. Whereas streaming the game, it's basically saying you need a top-notch internet provider and connection to be able to play this in any like decent way.
Yeah,
which kind of is going to take a lot away from people.
If you look at
unless
it,
people have a really sweet setup, they're just not going to get what they used to get.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that one of the things it also did have was input lag. So it was quite like sometimes you sort of get a little bit of input lag on normal, but it's really, really obvious when you're streaming. So unless you're living like right next to servers, it's gonna. Sometimes it just feels awful.
we're actually one of the worst countries for internet, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah, we're not.
I'm not surprised.
We're not one of the tops. We're definitely up there with like some of the worst. I know, like in America, you can get up. America's like the average is like 100 and some megabytes, whereas in this country it's like 30 or something. I mean, I can only get 80. I think the max I can get where I am now is about 80 something.
Yeah, I don't know why mine's about 60. I must admit.
It's because we're on the end of the line.
Yeah, well, I'm middle of nowhere, aren't I?
I don't even know where the closest station, the relay station is for us. For it, probably in fucking Avonmouth, I expect, or something.
Probably.
But I mean, saying that, when we lived at Rose's mum and dad's house, they were paying for Virgin's highest one, which was like 200 and some megs, and they apparently they lived really close to the circuit board, whatever it's called, and even then they were still like getting best of times was like 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just done a test and I'm getting just under 60.
Yeah, so I think that's about right then. It's like 60 is the average for everybody, I think.
Yeah.
But we could have had an option to get better connection, but I think this one was like an extra £1. Like, so originally we had 5, which was dreadful. And when I moved back in with my mum, I was like, I'm not gonna live on 5. I mean, I want to game, I want to do my streaming, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'll take on the internet and we'll bump it up to something a bit better. And they were like, yeah, we can bump it up to 60 for an extra £1. I'm like, from 5 megabits to 60 for an extra £1. Why didn't you just do that right from the start? You know?
Yeah.
And my mum was still on copper installation rather than fiber optics. So I was like, living in the past.
There's so much money in fiber optics laying. Obviously, that's one of the things that my job deals with. the laying of these fiber optics, and
Fair.
it's like it is definitely one of the most. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not. It's expensive because fiber optics is just like a specialized thing. And like I mean, the equipment that we do for it is ridiculous. But I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like because I know there's supposedly they're supposed to be doing like the whole country and getting everybody on fiber optics, but it's going to take like 25 years or something. I can't remember what. So there's like 25 years worth of work, but yeah.
Oh, that's a bit of job security for a bit.
But I mean, yeah, that's a small portion of what we do, but yeah. Oh, all right, okay. So that's the subject, I guess. Yeah, you got anything else you want to add to it, Dan? See what is your subject?
Yeah, don't pay 70 quid for a fucking game. Do not pay that.
I'm sorry, I have been that person.
Oh no, Chad. Just the thing is, if you literally wait like 3 months, they'll come down in price.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
It's not.
So I haven't bought a brand new game like on the PlayStation since I've moved into this house because I'm fucking busy doing other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at Craig being a good boy.
Being a good boy. I'm just spending
I'm an
money on
adult now.
everything. I'm spending money on fucking pumps and stuff.
Categories that don't turn up.
Catios that don't fucking turn up. That'll be the subject. I'll talk about that in a minute. Absolutely. Yeah, there you go, mate. There's some money. Just anyway, right. I'm gonna save that one for last because that's a rant. I don't want to have a rant.
We ain't got time for a rant.
We have, but not yet. We'll save that for the next segment because I'll be here for a while. Well, just bitch.
Good. I can't wait for it.
Oh, fucking hell. But, yeah. So Dan's advice is wait for them to go down in price because they always will.
It always
At
will.
some
Yeah,
point, they'll be on a
definitely
deal.
always will.
You might have to wait 2 years when everyone else has stopped playing it, but
That's alright. If it's a single player game, you're fine, aren't you?
Yeah.
Multiplayer games. Well, be honest, most multiplayer games are sort of free to play now, aren't they? Like, I mean, I hate it and I never play it, but Fortnite,
Yeah,
And,
Fortnite. I think
Warzone.
Rocket League was one as well that went free for like season players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warzone, PUBG, all those kind of games.
One? I can't remember. Is it? There's loads in there. What's that one you used to play online, Dan? That was free. But Warframe.
Warframe. Yeah, I don't mind Warframe. It was right. Dead
Was-
grindy. That's the problem with free-to-play games. You either have to pay or you just got to
grind it.
spend 20 hours a day grinding.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. Not anymore. I'm too old. My reactions are too slow against youngsters. I can't deal with it.
Can't do it, mate. Don't know. When I've been playing Battlefield, I've been teabagging a few people now. Oh, it's such a good game. So good. I know we banged on it the last couple of weeks.
I paid more for Battlefield 2042. I got the premium edition, so I think I paid like 80 quid for it.
Whew.
Fucking bastards, robbing the thieving shite bags. And because I've played it for more than 200 hours or whatever it is, I can't get a fucking refund, can I? Or whatever it is.
Now, was it digital as well? Was it?
Yeah.
Now, if you had a physical disc, you could at least sell the disc.
Yeah, but no one's going to buy it because it's shit.
Well, that's your own bloody fault.
Yeah, I learned from my mistakes. But, yeah. So, Catio. Brace yourselves.
Okay. Brace
So,
yourselves.
as I don't know if everyone's aware, myself and Rosa, we have 2 cats. We don't really want to let them outside because we've had a bad experience with another cat that got run over back when we lived in a different house. So we were looking online and we seen these things called catios, which is like a bird aviary sort of thing, but for cats. So you can put them up in your garden and they go out through the cat flap and fuck around in the catio in the garden. Don't escape, but they get to piss off and leave me alone for a bit.
Yeah.
So we're looking online and we found someone who makes bespoke ones, based up in some northern part of the country where all the knobbers are. So we found one which was like a 6 foot by, I think it was like 6 foot by 3. The fuck is that? Sorry, it's a moth. 6 foot by 3 foot, and then it was like 6 foot tall. That's all this sort of stuff. So I was like, fair enough. That's easy to put together when it gets here. It's supposed to turn up on a pallet, so I was like, fine, that'll be easy enough to do. I think like 4 or 5 weeks go by, we don't hear anything from the seller. So Rosa contacts them and says, "Oh hi, yeah, we just wanted to check on our order." And he's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, it should be due with you." I don't know. It was like 5 weeks after our order. So we're like, okay, fair enough. His website says it does it between 3 and 5 weeks or something. So we left it, and then it comes to the day, and it comes to like just before, and I think Rosa messaged him again saying, "Oh, just I know it was obviously after the delivery date or something. I can't remember what it was now." Rosa, oh no, that was it. He messaged Rosa saying, "I'm really sorry. Excuse me, I'm really sorry. I've had an accident. I've hurt my back. I'm going to be out of work for a week. Can we change the delivery date?" So Rosa's like, "Well, this is what I can do because I'm going to be here for it." So he's like, "Okay, we'll do this date." And then I think he messaged her again and changed the date again to like another week in advance. So anyway, so it's supposed to turn up this Wednesday coming, which is 2 months after we ordered it. I think it was. It was like 6 or 7 weeks after we've ordered it.
Yeah.
And Rosa's at home because she's taking the day off for it, and nothing happens. Nothing turns up. No messages, nothing like that. Nothing from the people delivering it. Nothing from the bloke who's sold it to us. So we were just like, okay, fair enough. Maybe there's been something go wrong with the delivery driver. Maybe there's just been traffic and it's delayed. We'll try and ring the people. So I tried ringing him. Nothing. Just went straight to answer phone. Rosa tried ringing him, but nothing. So we've actually tried ringing his dedicated website number. Went nothing. So I came home and said to Rosa, there's nothing we can do about it because he's not answering us. So we just need to keep pestering him until he answers.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, Rosa said she messaged him, rang him millions of times. I think it was either the day after, so it would have been Thursday. I think Rosa got a message from him saying that the company's gone into liquidation. No, like apology or anything. It's just like it was in a message saying this company's gone into liquidation. Here's the number you need to contact. Blah blah blah. So Rosa tried ringing that number, and it just went straight to answer phone. So I'm like fucking starting to get a bit angry, but.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to ring him, and I'm just like, if I fucking get through to this bloke, I'm gonna give him. But no, he doesn't answer. I tried ringing him off a work phone because I'm like, you ain't gonna know that number. Tried ringing him off my mobile for work. No, nothing at all. And I thought, fair enough, maybe this bloke, because I didn't know about this liquidation message, so I was like thinking to myself, maybe the back is more worse than what it is, and he's actually out of work and he can't do anything, and it's just him. But then Rosa's like, oh, it's a family-run business. So she said, oh, it's just someone else who works for him. And obviously, that's when she got the message saying it's gone into liquidation. The only problem with that is that, are we going to get back our money? Probably
not.
Probably not.
Could you go to citizen service about this then?
So we've contacted the bank because it was done through like a bank transfer thing.
Yeah.
And they've like temporarily given us a refund, and they're going to obviously chase him or the company for the money.
Okay.
So Rosa's done a load of paperwork and stuff because fair play to her, she's done most of it because she dealt with it.
It found his wife and daughter on Facebook as well.
Yeah, Rosa went
Fair
to
play.
stalk him. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to get a family of people come down to the house and start like smashing the windows in.
Yeah, because they know where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rosa's filled in all the documents, and we got a letter today from the liquidation company saying blah blah blah. I didn't really look into it too much, but yeah. So I mean, I started looking at the reviews and stuff on the website, and like every other one was saying that this bloke's a fucking prick and he just steals your money and never delivers, and people have had deliveries like 6 months later and stuff like that. And I was like, fuck. But it's like, what did she say here? It was so mad. I've never said anything horrible. Just like, yeah.
Nothing horrible. Please, can I get hold of your slut?
Yeah.
What's the stars? Of.
I don't know. What's the stars? Please, can I get hold of?
Shit. No.
Anyway, yeah. So we're currently £260 out. So that's how much we paid for it.
Oh, Rosa don't want to say his name.
Say his name. I don't give a fuck on name and shame him. What was the name of the company? I can't remember. What was it now?
I mean, a first name's fine. No one's gonna find anything about a first name.
Yeah, no.
I don't want anyone else to try and use him.
Well, no, you don't want no one else to get caught by him, do you?
That's also true, actually. You know.
What was the name of his company? I can't remember what it was.
Well, you've been shafted anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You've been bent over and your balls have been tickled, Chad.
Yeah, we got fucked. But it's just like it, because Rosa started looking into it because she went like crazy stalker mode. And she went onto the government website and seen that he had like 3 different companies with a similar name.
Yeah.
So like as soon as I see now, it's just like this bloke. This is what he does. What he does is he does the job for I don't know, like a year, hurts his back or goes on holiday or whatever, and then just throws the company into liquidation and then starts a new one up.
Chin up, pal. You've lost however much money it was. Was it quite a lot of money or not?
About 260 quid, I think, something like that.
Well, it's enough, isn't it? That's enough.
That's what I was saying. I mean,
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
I'm annoyed because it is a fair chunk of money and it's our savings that we put into it. But at least it wasn't like a couple of grand or anything.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Yeah,
'cause you
maybe
could
have
spend-
a chat with Citizen Service. Yeah, because if there's evidence that he's got 2 previous companies that he's done this with, and he has been doing essentially the same thing over and over for like however many years, there might be a fair amount of evidence out there to try and book him for it.
Maybe.
Mate,
Well.
did you do it on credit card or not?
No, we did it through banks.
Oh, no. Bank. See, if you did on credit card, you can claim it back easy, can't you?
To be fair, NatWest have actually been really helpful with it. They've like they're trying to help us as much as they can. So hopefully we do get it back. But basically, I've booked a week off, not the week coming, week after. I'm going to be spending my week building a Catio because that's the safer fucking option. Well, I mean, it's me using tools, so it's not really that safe. But
Jesus Christ, oh no. I still have nightmares about the expanding foam.
oh, do you? Not the nail gun.
No, because we were both doing that one.
Yeah, and I took the fucking brunt for that.
What about? I remember when John Evans walked us into the office.
I took the foot. I basically, it was all 3 of us, me, you, and Darren. We all had to play with it, but they were like, let's just punish one of them. Fuck it, we'll punish Craig. Here's a letter of what did I get? I think I got a final written letter for that, whatever it was.
Was it?
So I had to keep my nose clean for 12 months.
I can't. What did I say? I know I bullshitted my way out of it.
Probably. What nail gun? Don't know what you're on about.
Don't know what you're on about. What's this now?
To be fair, I did like kind of what's the term? I did, and I don't know. I put tape on the end of it so it fire out like a gun.
That's what
So I remember sitting in the office because you had like the monitor and stuff to see the cameras outside on your left hand side, and there was a chair. And I remember just sitting there and holding the trigger and just firing nails out for the door.
So dangerous. The bloody back of the office. So we used to like in the warehouse. There was like a little office, and it was just covered in nails. Where we
Damn, how powerful was this gun?
It's a nail gun, so
it's an industrial one, wasn't it, for like builders?
I think the reason I got in the most trouble was because they put nails in the fucking TV monitor.
Oh God, yeah.
Around the outside of the monitor, the TV. I think that's why they actually, because I could have like potentially I could have killed myself. Oh, it's so fucking stupid back then. Jesus,
so funny. And the time I slashed, were you there when I slashed the curtain for no reason?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, I wonder how sharp these knives are. I just started cutting up a fucking. That curtain must have been so bloody expensive.
And then, do you remember then they put those signs on the curtain saying like, "Do not drive out with the curtain closed" and stuff like that. But remember those big white signs that they?
Yeah.
So I pulled one of that because I pulled the curtain open and it caught me on the side of the face.
Oh yeah.
So I tore it off.
Yeah.
And then And then Matt Tanner is obviously trying to prove himself because he was doing his training. So he comes down and sees it. So he goes straight upstairs and reports it. And Scott's upstairs going, I want that fucking kid sacked. I want him fucking sacked. So I have a disciplinary for that. And they show me the footage on the camera.
I bet it was funny.
But you know what I found out, actually? Some information. So this might help you out if you ever get caught on camera. It is illegal for your company to use camera evidence, like footage, to give you a disciplinary.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
Sure?
Why? What's the point of having?
Because they don't have so CCTV is purely for security reasons only. It's not to record colleagues. So there's like some law somewhere saying that if they do record you doing anything, they can't use that as evidence against you unless it's like a criminal offence or something. So if it's just something that the company's like, you shouldn't be doing this, they shouldn't be using that as evidence. All the times I did at Wix, saying, I seen you do this on the camera. Off.
Mate, we got away with so much stuff on there.
Oh.
Were you there? You might have even been there. Do you remember what was his name? Paul?
The Welsh bloke.
The Welsh bloke.
The one you
And, mate,
terrorised.
he was, I terrorised him. Oh my god, how I didn't get sacked. I didn't even get a warning though.
He had a mental breakdown, didn't he?
Yeah, probably because of me. It sounds horrible. But I remember I was on a late shift and I was just like, alright, I cannot be bothered. So I remember I got on the forklift. Mate, I had a proper snooze. Like, proper fell asleep. And like, because obviously, you know, you can park like right at the end of the warehouse.
Yeah, underneath the camera.
Mate, he obviously caught me and I was just like, oh shit, I'm getting absolutely bollocks. Proper fell asleep, like dribble down my mouth and everything.
I think I was on shift that day because I remember him coming down because I was on the tills because that's when I was doing for my till phase, and I was like, oh, it's been really quiet. I haven't heard Dan for a while. And he came downstairs and he's like, have you seen Dan? I said, no, I think he's doing something in the warehouse. And then obviously he walks down and turns to his left and just sees you just mouth wide open dribbling away.
The
fucking couldn't do that now.
Good old days of Wix.
But it's like when I was obviously a manager at Wix, and I'd see people do stuff that I used to do, like when I used to catch Oscar jumping off the forklift into the insulation, or like punching through plasterboard and stuff like that, and I'm just stood there just like, I know I used to do this, and I know that this is what this was me once upon a time, but I have to do something about it. I can't just stand there.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that. Oh.
Driving past on the electric forklift and just jumping on or standing on the forks and getting you to lift me up so I could see what was in the pallet at the top.
Well, the thing is, you had to do it, wouldn't it? Yeah, I remember doing stuff like that.
Or climbing the racking in the warehouse.
Yeah, climbing the racking. So dangerous. Now I think about it, it's proper dangerous, but you don't think it like it at the time, do you?
But you're just young, stupid, and young, dumb, and full of cum.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
Yeah, my old employer said that to me once.
Was it young, dumb, and full of cum?
Young, dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, that was, yeah.
It's true though. You are. You're full of like testosterone. You don't give a fuck. You don't really care about your own life because you've got nothing to pay for or anything. So if
Yeah.
Girls.
Adrenaline junkies.
All you're thinking about is shagging the next bird you find. And if you're not shagging, you're eating. And if you're not eating, you're drinking.
Isn't it? Do you remember when was it John Evans's stag do?
Oh, Jesus.
And
Dan Forder.
Was it Dan Forder?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's when he shagged his sister, wasn't it? No. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah.
He did shag his sister, didn't he?
That was great.
No, I was going to say when we went out and... Oh, what was the kiddie? Alex Lord?
Oh, when he fucked over in... what was that? Was it... what club was that?
Oh, God, yeah, because he broke his wrist, didn't he?
And we got
blamed
for it.
We turned up to work the next day and there was this bird called Sally. And
Sally Saunders.
Sally
Super
Saunders. And I remember Alex was just stood there and he's like, "We'll do a vomit." I'm gonna vomit, and he just ran to the toilet and just puked everywhere in the customer toilet.
That was John Stagnite.
God, that sounds disgusting.
We went to what's the name of it? The Walkabout.
Walkabout? Is it Walkabout?
And he
Or
was
Vodka
dancing like a
Revolution?
fucking idiot. And he went to do some weird leg thing, but didn't move his other leg, and he just landed plain like on his leg funny and broke his ankle, didn't he? In the end,
Yeah.
When we went to the doctors and found out about it. But no, the Dan Forder. Bye. I remember hearing the story about Dan Forder when he gets up in the morning and walks down the stairs for breakfast, and John just sees him and just goes, "What the fuck?"
So funny. So funny.
Good. I love Dan Forder. He was great. It's a great laugh.
Mate, turn into a proper old man conversation now.
Yeah, we're reminiscing. Sorry, Seb. I'm probably boring you with our reminiscing.
Or it.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm meant to be going out tonight, so.
Are you?
Yeah.
You look pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm knackered.
Better get a monster on your way out then. What time is
I've already had a monster and a half today, but. Yeah,
Committed.
Yeah, man, it's Saturday night. Saturday night.
Fair enough. Yeah, we'll probably wrap up there anyway because
I know.
it's getting late now. Right, well, thanks for joining us, Seb.
Thank you.
Cheers for that, guys. Cheers for that.
And we'll speak to you all soon.
Cool.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Bye.
Remember, whoever's watching, subscribe, follow the channel.
Yeah,
do all
it,
the good
bitch.
things.
Do what you're told.
Do it.
Follow